Welcome to Learn with Derek. I'll be taking you through one difficult question which most students find problems with, especially in the tertiary institutions. Now, the question is, what is the polar coordinate of 9i? So let's go through the solution. These polar coordinates are written in the form z is equal to r into brackets cos theta plus I sine of theta close bracket. Now, this is usually the form with which these complex numbers are written. Now, after knowing your form, what do you do next? You have to first look for r, look for theta, then insert this into your main equation to get your polar form. Okay, so first and foremost, I would like us to find our r. So how do we find our r? So let's find our r, right? Now, our r is simply found with the formula r is equal to root of a squared plus b squared. Usually, when we have the vector to be the complex number to be in the form a plus bi, this is the a and this is the b. So you find the square root of the a squared and the b squared, right? Now, for this vector, it is 9i, so you can write it as 0 plus 9i. So it means our a becomes 0, so it becomes root of 0 squared plus 9 squared, which is r is equal to root of 9 squared, which is r is equal to 9. Now we are done looking for our r. What do we do next? We are looking for our theta, right? So let's just take note, our r is equal to 9. Now with the theta, we know that the original form for finding theta is actually solving tan theta is equal to b on a, where b is the imaginary part and a is the real part. This is usually the formula. By putting this formula here and working with it, you're not going to get the answer. So what do we do then? With something like this, what you have to do is to draw the Cartesian plane, right? So we are going to first draw our Cartesian plane nicely. I've been clearing the question. We'll draw our Cartesian plane nicely. So we'll draw our Cartesian plane here. This is our Cartesian plane, right? Now, the question asks us to find for the polar coordinates for 9i, right? Now, with this Cartesian plane, you ask yourself, where can this 9i be placed? We know that with a vector in the form a plus bi, right? The b part refers to the y part, and the a part refers to the x part. It means this positive 9 can be found on the positive y axis, right? Now, it means that it can be found here, 9i. It means it can be found on this positive y axis, right? Now, we know that with what we learned from trigonometry and other things, when we are calculating for angles in trig, we calculate them from the positive x axis. So from the positive x axis, we get our angle to be theta is equal to 90 degrees, right? Now, from this, we have found our angle theta to be 90 degrees. We found our r to be 9. It means we can simplify. So this goes on to give us, so let me just take note of it. We had our r to be equal to 9, and we also had our theta to be equal to 90 degrees, right? We know that the polar form was written as we had a polar form, right? Z to be equal to r into bracket the cosine of theta plus I sine of theta, right? So now z will be equal to 9 into bracket cos 90 degrees plus I sine 90 degrees. I hope you enjoyed this class. Follow for more. Thank you.